How's everyone going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, this video is a continuation of the two previous videos I've done in relation to the tragic, cowardly, heinous arson attack on the sleeping Pearson family on Jackson Street in Walkden on Monday the 11th of December 2017, in which tragically Demi Pearson died, Lacey Pearson died, Leah Pearson died, and little Brandon Pearson died. My thoughts are obviously with the Pearson family at this sad and tragic time. I've just got off the phone now with a media contact of mine, a friend that works in the media and stuff, that was in court this morning. There's a lot being circulated on social media about Zac Bolland, who's been charged with these arson attacks alongside Courtney Brierley and David Worrall. There's conflicting stories, right? That he was on the suicide watch in strange ways, and 3 of his fingers have been broken, and David Worrall arrived at Forest Bank and has been attacked already. Well, I've spoken to my reporter friend, who will remain anonymous, and he was in court this morning. He's a very respected journalist and stuff, and yeah, there was David Worrall and Zac Bolland appeared in the dock. He was wearing what we call a canary suit, which is mostly yellow. It's like a jumpsuit, right? It's mostly yellow with green on the shoulder, right? And it's for people that are what they class at high risk of like escaping from prison. They won't escape from prison, but they've dressed them in the budgie suits, or canary suits as we call them. There's been stories that David Worrall was attacked last night in Forest Bank. But in the dock this morning, there was no physical injuries to himself, to the naked eye anyway. Zac Bolland, he's not in strange ways, and he's not on suicide watch, and he's not on the hospital wing. He's in Forest Bank. Because how do I know this? Because during this morning's court proceedings, the preliminary hearing at Court 5 at Crown Square, Crown Court here in Manchester, Zac Bolland's solicitor made reference to him being in Forest Bank. He's going to be shipped out. Zac Bolland will be shipped out to another prison that at this moment I don't know where it is, but in prison there's a thing called the ghost train, where they keep moving you about from prison to prison, so that like people can't locate where you are and things like that to get you targeted and everything. But he'll be targeted by other inmates anyway because of his crimes. Even if he puts himself on protection, on the numbers as we call it, eventually he'll come off the numbers, right? There's 2 scenarios in prison. You can go on the numbers, right? You can be Cat A'd off, right? But he can't be Cat A'd off if he's been sent to Cat B Forest Bank, can he? Or you can put yourself on the numbers, right, where you fear for your life. But there's a big macho thing about blokes in prison. They don't like to be placed on the numbers, and child murderers are on par with paedophiles and rapists. But as I've alluded to in previous videos, paedophiles and rapists, they're classed as vulnerable prisoners and they're housed on their own wings, because they're vulnerable in the sense that if they was put in general population, they'd be attacked. But there's so many sex offenders in Forest Bank that they overspill into general population, as they run a regime called DNU, Do Not Unlocks. But like I say, there's a macho thing about men in prison where they want to be ballsy and they want to strut around and be a bad man, and they won't go on the numbers because they don't want to, because they think that they can handle it and everything. So yeah, so that's, like I say, so he's in Forest Bank, Zac Bolland. He'll be shipped out to another prison. David Worrall is also at Forest Bank. Now, I got out of Forest Bank is a Cat B prison. It's run by Sodexo Justice Services. The jail's split into 2. You got the top bit of the jail, which I've been on when I was on the induction wing. The induction wing's H1. The VPs on the nonces are on H2. You've got G2, which is detox, and G1, which is the Eden unit, which is for recovering people that have had problems with drink and drugs. Then you've got the main. You've got like wings like A1, which is notorious in the prison, because obviously all the YOs are stuck on there and stuff. Holds about 1,400 people. It's a ruthless little prison full of people from Bolton, Wigan, Salford, and it's full of Scousers as well. From every courthouse you go to a specific prison. From Manchester Magistrates and Manchester Crown Courts you're supposed to go to Strangeways, but because the father of the children is in Strangeways, they've moved these 2 to Forest Bank. So it's wrong, all this stuff that's going around. Things that go around on social media, guys, right, you should take with a pinch of salt. Just because it's on social media and people say it doesn't mean it's true. I speak to journalists and stuff. I've got people that are still in prison that I speak to, and I've also obviously interacted with a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter and everything. Just because something's on social media, guys, doesn't mean it's true. So take what things you see on social media with a pinch of salt, because, like I say, according to everyone, Zac Bolland's on the suicide watch on the hospital medical wing at Strangeways. He's in Forest Bank, and he's going to be shipped out. Right, so David Worrall's still in Forest Bank along with Zac Bolland, but Zac Bolland, whatever he's called, he's going to be shipped out. But then we move on to Courtney Brierley. Courtney Brierley, she's according to her solicitor, or her barrister, sorry, because they've been in Crown, Courtney Brierley is going to be shipped to a prison in London. This has come from her barrister has made reference to this today, stating that when it comes back to this next trial date, the next court appearance in March 2018, that it'll be hard for her to attend because she's going to be in a prison in London. So there's only 2 prisons in London that I'm aware of. Well, there was 3. There was Holloway, but Holloway's closed. Then you've got HMP Downview, which is a woman's prison. And then you've got the notorious Bronzefield prison, which is a Cat A prison for female prisoners. Serial killer Johanna Dennehy, who stabbed a couple of guys to death, she was in that prison, but I think she's since been shipped out. But yeah, so there's 2 prisons in London where she's going to be shipped. One of 2. It'll be Bronzefield or it'll be HMP Downview. Again, I'm not sure if she's on protection. She should put herself on protection, because if she doesn't, she's going to be targeted. Even if she puts herself on the numbers, they can't stay on the numbers on protection forever. They're going to live a very paranoid existence. They're going to be very scared while they're in prison. They might do all the macho thing of, yeah, we're fine and blah, 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 right? But it's a load of rubbish. Now, at the court appearance today, Zac Bolland and this David Worrall were apparently smirking, especially this David Worrall. Apparently he's quite smirking, quite arrogant and stuff, the way he comes across. He was sat in the dock with a big smirk on his face, smiling throughout the court proceedings. Now, if he'd been attacked, would there be signs of physical injuries to him? Yes, I believe so, yeah, because prisoners are not going to target the body. They could target the body, because obviously the reason they target the body is because if you go into a cell and smash someone in the face and they come out and their eyes out here, the screws are going to be all over it. Play the CCTV back. You're going to be under investigation, and you're going to be locked behind your door while the investigation plays out and stuff. But so what some prisoners do, they'll go into a cell and they'll just give body digs, like, to the body, right? Because obviously t-shirts and jumpers cover bruises and wounds up and stuff, right? But my honest opinion is I don't think he's being attacked, David Worrall. I don't think he's been attacked at all. He wouldn't be sat in the dock smirking, and he'd have signs of physical injury and stuff if that was the case. So like I say again, don't believe everything you read on social media, guys. Zac Bolland and David Worrall, in my opinion, will be put on a ghost train. The ghost train being that it's hard to locate them because they move throughout the prison system. But again, child murderers are on par with rapists and paedophiles in prison. They should be on protection, on the numbers, as we call it, in prison, but that's not guaranteed. Like I say, some people decide that they're not going to go on the numbers because of the shame and the embarrassment, so they'll stay in general population. If they stay in general population and that's the route them two go down, they'll be beaten within an inch of their life. They'll attempt suicide. People are going to get them. In prison, prisoners, like if you're on a wing, if you're on another wing, and this David Worrall and this Zac Bolland are on another wing, what would happen is you get prisoners offering prisoners that are on their wing to attack them, but because of the heinous, because of the crime and stuff like that, prisoners will actively target David Worrall and Zac Bolland because of the nature of their crimes. And just because Courtney Brierley is a girl or a woman, don't think that she won't go and target neither when she arrives down in Downview or down at Bronzefield, because she will. Prison is a ruthless place, guys, like I say, and I've alluded to this in other videos. In prison, guys, it doesn't matter if you're guilty, if you're found guilty, right? Prisoners don't sit there and read your depths, yeah, and say, oh, well, you might be innocent and blah, blah, blah. Because of the nature of the offences, right, in prison, prisoners will attack Zac Bolland, David Worrall and Courtney Brierley because of the nature of their crimes. In prison, prisoners are judge, jury and executioner, right? They're not going to sit there, read your debts and wait for you to be found guilty to attack you. They'll attack them on sight. But again, they should be on protection. They should be on the numbers. But whether they are or not, only they know. Because the barrister alluded to Courtney Brierley being sent down to a prison in London. She'll probably go straight from court down to London today, I'm assuming, because when they've left court, when they left prison this morning, they'll be told, take all your clothes with you. They will have been strip searched upon leaving the prison. The clothes in there, would have been taken with them in their bags and stuff and placed onto the prison van. They would have gone to court, and like I say, because you're not always destined to go back to the prison which you've come from. You can end up in different prisons and stuff. And like I say, Courtney Brierley's barrister has alluded to the fact that she's going to be going to a prison in London, and it's going to be very hard for her to come back up in March to attend her court hearing. Now, today was their preliminary hearing, right? The next one, the trial date's been set very fast as well, like end of April. It's been set very fast. That's just that's been penciled in. Doesn't mean it's going to happen on that date, because obviously things can change and stuff. New things can come up. It can get delayed. You have pre-trial hearings and stuff like that, and everything else. Like charges could be amended. They could be if Mother Michelle, who's currently fighting for her life, God bless her. My thoughts and prayers are with her. If she dies, that's another charge on top. Obviously, hopefully to God that doesn't happen and she pulls through. But like I say, yeah. The system, guys, is knackered. Screws and prison officers will not be doing them three any favours whatsoever. There's a thing as well, guys. Tomorrow, Saturday the 16th of December, at St Mary's Park in Walkden, there's going to be people are releasing lighting candles, releasing Chinese lanterns, balloons, and a vigil and a memory. In tribute to the Pearson children who have tragically passed away in this heinous, cowardly arson attack and stuff. There's a lot of things circulating on social media again with reference to the crimes and everything. This is why it started. This is why it started. That's why it started. Right? Again, don't believe everything you read. Like I say, there's a lot that's going to play out and stuff. It's very early days. It's 5 days since the fire. There's a lot that'll play out. So don't take things you read on social media as golden, because it's not. So yeah. So Zac Bolland and David Worrall are both in Forest Bank. Last night, Courtney Brierley was in the segregation unit at Style Prison in Wilmslow in Cheshire. She's going to be shipped. I'm guessing that straight from court, because once you go back down and stuff, you sit there. They'll bring you some sandwiches, a bag of crisps, a coffee, or whatever, or a cold drink like an orange carton or something. And then transport will turn up, right? And then your transport will take you back to the prison that you're going to. Obviously, Courtney Brierley won't be on the same prison van as David Worrall and Zac Bolland. She's a female. She'll be going, like I say, I think she'll go straight to. I think she'll go to Downview or Bronzefield. Should be Bronzefield, to be honest, but could be Downview. We don't know. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, guys, like I say, it's a despicable crime and stuff. I don't know the family personally. I just make that disclaimer. Nor, like I say, I'm just another former criminal, former prisoner that's got good media contacts that knows how it plays out and stuff, and knows how other prisoners view child murderers and stuff. Again, my thoughts and prayers are with the Pearson family at this tragic time. I hope everyone's donating to the GoFundMe page. There's about 3 or 4 GoFundMe pages which are in circulation on social media, which are raising money for the children and for the funerals and stuff. People are donating clothes and stuff like that, clothes, toys, things like that, because obviously everything's gone in this fire, in this arson attack. My thoughts are with the father who's in Strangeways, currently serving prison in Strangeways. My thoughts and prayers are with him. Imagine getting that news whilst in prison that your children have perished in this fire, or some of your children have perished in this fire. The helplessness of the whole situation for the prisoner is beyond words, to be honest, and I feel a great deal of sympathy and everything for him and stuff. In my opinion, Zac Bolland and David Worrall should be thrown in a cell with the father and nature should take its course, and the father should be allowed to knock 10 shades of you-know-what out of them. But again, because I'm doing these videos and stuff like that, and it's in like social media and stuff, I can't condone violence and everything, because it's or incite violence against these three people, because it'd be illegal for me to do so. But like I say, people have got their own perceptions and stuff. Prisoners have got their own perceptions of what crimes are acceptable and what crimes aren't. And anything to do with kids, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's child murder, it's not acceptable. And like I say, prisoners deal with it their own way. Forget prison and courts and all that stuff. Prisoners just do it the old-fashioned way. Violence upon violence. Right, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. Like I say, I don't know the family. I'm no expert or anything. I've just got media contacts and stuff that are keeping me up to date with what's going on. Right, guys, hope everyone's at the memorial tomorrow, the vigil, if you can make it. And hope everyone is donating to the GoFundMe pages. The people of Salford are amazing. They're pulling together. It's a great community spirit, very close-knit and stuff. My hats go off to them. And Salford people are salt of the earth and stuff. I hope Michelle pulls through. My prayers are with her, and my thoughts and condolences are with the Pearson family and their friends at this tragic time. Right, guys, speak to you soon. Bye.